School that Boris Johnson visited to show was safe closes due to coronavirus days after visit. I don't understand this idea that we can fake it till we make it with the virus. Not unexpected, and I think schools and government in the US need to look at how hard reopening is in UK and rest of Europe. But we won't. Most schools open this week and it's going to be a shit show. Cases in the UK are at their highest point in months just as schools reopen. I don't see this having a happy ending. Boris Johnson needs to stop being so stupid. The last time he did something similar, going to a hospital and shaking people's hands to prove how safe it was, he ended up in ICU with COVID. LOL, nowhere is safe. The virus could pop up literally anywhere. Fahaha, this was my old school. Glad to see there's still one of the most incompetent schools in the UK. Newsflash. Bumbling moron does bumbling moron stuff. So how many times all over the world does this need to happen before governments stop spewing the false narrative meh, the kids will be alright, what a clown face. Keep trying, we'll get him. Teachers and students are not meant to attend school in a classroom setting. Online, perhaps. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Students/teachers are not a social science experiment. Let's be benevolent and not put them in further danger of COVID-19, please. Humankind has lost the capacity to adapt to changes. For too many years it has acclimated by destroying rather than reinventing. I know Boris had corona, but we need to remove this medical bubble around politicians. They should get no more attention than those that get the least attention. My lad's back in school tomorrow. Really unsure about how I feel, to be honest. I don't think it's a good idea. So Boris Johnson, who has already had and survived COVID, went somewhere to prove that it's safe? That's like Superman going somewhere to prove that it's safe. Boris is invulnerable against COVID. Him going somewhere proves nothing. He doesn't care if he's exposed to it because he's immune. Makes this look all a little too convenient. https://www. thaguardian.com/world/2020/og/24/coronavirus home test kits run out in England and Scotland. The lack of tests will surely distort the rising figures and leave more dead. Cunt, he watches only his interests, unfit for his job. Fucking prick. He only lies and that's about it. The rich love him. Fucking prick. It's almost like opening schools was a terrible idea that scientists were trying to tell everyone. Unless we have exceptional social distancing, mandatory masks, and proper air filters in every room, this is going to happen in every school and kids are going to suffer and people are going to die. Wait. How would this prove to anyone that it's safe? He had coronavirus already. Reinfection rates are near non-existent. Of course it's safe, for him. Kids back to school for one day and my youngest is now sick with a temperature, went for a drive-by COVID test and saw some of his classmates there. Just waiting for the results. Is Boris still contagious? This might be more than mere irony. Shocker. Imagine if Boris catches it again. Holy Christ, I thought GDPR was supposed to make Euro** sites less shitty. Took like 10 minutes to fix on mobile. *LOLO, wait. A school Boris Johnson visited days ago to promote children returning to education has closed after a staff member tested positive for coronavirus. Pupils at Castle Rock High School in Colville, Leicestershire were told to stay at home and self-isolate after a confirmed case of the virus. 6 tutor groups and 2 PE classes were told to stay home and wait for further instructions from the school to confirm for how long they needed to stay away. Johnson visited the school on August 26 as it reopened, and he gave a speech saying that the biggest risk to children was not the virus, but continuing to be out of school. He said, "Quite frankly, after all that time -159 days, the risk to your health is not from COVID, because statistically speaking your chances of suffering from that disease are very, very low. The greatest risk you face now is continuing to be out of school. Now it has announced it is taking a precautionary measure after a member of staff tested positive. Michael Gamble, the head teacher, told pupils, "We apologize for the lateness of this letter, however this evening we have been informed that a member of our staff at the Castle Rock School has been tested positive for COVID-19. The health, safety, and well-being of our students is paramount. Please be assured that we have sought immediate advice from Public Health England this evening, and we are continuing to closely follow the published government guidance. Staff who may have been in contact with the staff member have already been contacted by the NHS test and trace process. Due to the timing of this news, and as a precautionary measure, we are requesting that students in the following classes/groups please remain at home tomorrow, Monday, September 7th. We will contact each parent tomorrow to let them know if their child should continue to self-isolate. Thank you for your continued support and cooperation. We will continue to keep you informed." Plot twist. It was Boris who spreaded the virus. Of course, Boris wants schools to open as fast as possible. He has upwards of 6 children, no one including him knows the exact figure. His house must resemble a chaotic daycare center by this point, and he just wants to get back to being the only baby around. Can we talk about the fact that Boris has already had COVID and so is almost certainly immune, so he can personally go anywhere to demonstrate how safe idle is without personal risk? It blows my mind anyone, especially incompetent politicians, are claiming to know anything about COVID at this point. Every time we learn more news about it, it's almost certainly bad news that should shut the ears up. But they never stop denying it and claiming it's overblown. Can we make a Naked and Afraid episode with Boris and Trump? But forget to pick them up at the end of the episode. That absolute state of the British Empire right now. At least he visited a school. American politicians are noticeably absent despite insisting on school openings. Politicians are loving that they do harm even to children. Voters are to blame. They want people to die. They will continue to open schools across the world and spread the virus. Why does he look so small in the picture? At which point Ms. Arcuri asked quite how big this grant was going to be and I went. This title took too much time for my small brain to read properly. Oh, so we do live in a post-irony world. Did he bring the virus with him? Wow, I'm so glad they say no one is above the law. That means those Remu girls, lying Eden Park girl trash, her father Victoria and her father all going to prison. Hooray. I love how hard the guy in the Stone Island is trying to look hard and make sure the badge is in shot face with tears of joy. It's one of those TV tropes of literally destroying the thing you just fixed 2 minutes ago. Waiting for this shit to happen in Italy and the rest of the world. Best of luck for everyone. He's probably the one who spread it there. Carrier arrives to show safety and leaves it a vector. Even the creators of The Simpsons couldn't write this shit up. Nice going, Boris. Being a 15-year-old in a secondary school in England, I can definitively say that I am not surprised. There are still 25 children in a classroom, the tables are no more spaced out than they were and the only requirement is sanitizing your hands coming in and out of the classroom. The stairs, which are about a meter wide, going up our school have 200 people going up in about 2 minutes and most of them have no masks on. Why is no one in this picture wearing a mask? And they're indoors? WTF. The Trump of England. You really can't make this shit up anymore. All for politics obviously. He is a fool. Why can not England recognize that this man is a fool and gesture that is making UK look stupid? Send him back to nanny and the nursery.